whatever comes out of my mouth, you should never believe a word I ever say. I think when the seer said what he said to Rollo in episode 5 of season 3, I think that was a turning point for Rollo, and I think he's finally remembered what it's like to be himself, and the gods don't owe him anything. He has to. You can interpret having to prove yourself to the gods one way, but I think sometimes you just got to grab life by the balls and make it yours.
Right.
And that's all he needed, I think. And when the Roland's the representative of King Charles comes forward and offers him the land and the princess, he thinks it's going to be sweet, it's going to be an easy deal, and who wouldn't take up that offer? But he forgets that this is a city and a culture of people that hate the Vikings and hate him from what he did. He was the crazy bear that ransacked their town, and he comes in thinking this is going to be an easy ride, and I think he realizes very quickly that even the princess would rather vomit than go anywhere near him. And this is going to be a real uphill struggle to get these people on side, and he can't even speak the language.
Right.
So how's he going to do that? Ragnar had Athelstan teach him Anglo-Saxon, and that's why he was so successful in England. Rollo's got none of those, and he's not even got the foresight to think about things like that. So, but I think the alternative is going back with the tail between his legs and going back to Kattegat, where he's nothing there for him, and he's burnt all his bridges there. And so I said it's only Björn, I think, that really understands Rollo. And I think when Rollo tells Björn he's staying, I think there's at least a look between the eyes. In the original episode, there was a lie that was cut. But Björn gets it. It's that cliche of like, if you really love someone, set them free. And I think Björn kind of knows what Rollo's up to. He just knows that he's persecuting his own uncle by sending him back to Kattegat after that. It's a whole new life for him. Whether it'll work out, dancing naked on the beach or not, that's yet to be seen.
Surely he can win over the princess, right? I mean, he is Rollo.
He is Rollo. Yeah, well, Lagertha was his big love, and look what happened there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, she's great. Morgan Polanski's been fantastic to work with so far. And I think last year she was tied down in those big dresses on the throne, and we saw one side to her, and she had that brilliant speech. But working with her this year, Michael's really given her the great dialogue, and she's really embraced the character and made herself so fiery. But it really is, she's a firecracker, and it's been great to do scenes with her, because it really is. With Rollo and her together, it's like, and I think they finally let each other's match in two different. It's a bit like Beauty and the Beast. It's and for Rollo, I think it's almost like rather than prince to a pauper, it's pauper to a prince. It's kind of he has to learn a whole new etiquette, and the French are very aristocratic, and it's very different than the Viking culture.
So are we going to see you in linens and silks and all kinds of French foppery, or whatever you say?
But it's whether he embraces it or not. You see him before. He's the guy that in season 1 he sees the Anglo-Saxon scout and pulls the necklace off. And someone speaks badly of him, he usually fights first and asks questions later. So he's got to kind of calm that temperament down if he's going to have any kind of success.
Right.
So I think we'll probably see a bit more of a cerebral Rollo, more of the thinker. Something he's always been, I think, but it's always been pushed down.